The door slammed shut with a finality that echoed through the empty hallway, leaving Tegan staring at the peeling paint where her twin sister's face had been moments ago. "You're not my sister anymore, you're a freak." Jamie's words hung in the air like poison, each syllable a dagger twisting deeper into Tegan's chest. In that instant at 18, Tegan felt the world fracture, her identical reflection turning into a stranger who chose hate over blood. Tegan stumbled back into her room, collapsing onto the bed they had shared as kids in their modest Boston suburb home. How could she say that? We're twins, we shared a womb, dreams, secrets. But my love for Sarah, that's what breaks us? The tears came hot and unrelenting, blurring the posters of indie bands and city skylines she'd pinned up as escapes. Jamie, always the golden child, cheerleader captain with her perfect boyfriend and straight-A facade, had walked in on Tegan kissing Sarah in the basement. The betrayal wasn't the kiss. It was Jamie's immediate recoil, the way she spat accusations like venom, calling their parents before Tegan could even explain. She didn't even ask how I felt. Just judged. Erased me. By morning the house was a war zone. Their parents, conservative folks from a long line of New England Puritans, sided with Jamie. "This isn't you, Tegan. It's a phase. But if you choose this path, you can't stay here." The ultimatum sliced through her. "Choose." As if my heart is a switch I can flip. Packing her bags, Tegan glanced at Jamie one last time, hoping for a crack in her armor. A whisper of the bond they'd had, late-night giggles under blankets, synchronized thoughts that made teachers confuse them. But Jamie's eyes were cold, averted. "Don't come back," she muttered. Tegan fled to New York City, the concrete jungle where anonymity promised reinvention. She crashed on a friend's couch, worked odd jobs, barista by day, open mic poet by night. Every shift, every rhyme, I rebuild myself without her shadow. But the void gnawed. Twins weren't meant to be halved. Nights blurred into therapy sessions she couldn't afford, so she journaled instead. "Jamie, do you feel this ache too? Or did you fill it with your perfect life?" Years trickled by like rain on skyscrapers. Tegan found footing in Brooklyn's vibrant queer scene, landing a gig as a graphic designer for an LGBTQ+ nonprofit. She dated sporadically, but trust was a ghost. How do you love when your mirror image rejected you? Then came Riley, tall, witty, a journalist with eyes like stormy seas. Their first date at a cozy village cafe turned into hours of shared stories. "My family disowned me too," Riley confessed over espresso. "But we make our own families." Tegan's heart thawed inch by inch. Maybe I can let someone in without fearing the shatter. Meanwhile, whispers of Jamie's life filtered through mutual friends. Married to her high school sweetheart, Mark, a banker in Chicago. 2 kids, a picket fence in the suburbs. Picture perfect, just like she always wanted. Does she ever think of me? Tegan wondered during holidays, alone with takeout and Netflix. The rejection festered, a scar that itched in quiet moments. I should hate her. But blood calls, doesn't it? Even poisoned. One crisp autumn evening, Tegan's phone buzzed. An unknown number. "Tegan? It's Jamie." The voice, so like her own yet laced with desperation, froze her. "After 10 years. What now? I need help. Please." The plea cracked something inside Tegan. "Help? From the one you banished?" But curiosity and that damn twin pull won. They met in a neutral Manhattan diner, Jamie flying in under pretense of a business trip. Seeing her twin was like staring into a warped mirror. Jamie's hair was the same auburn waves, but lines etched her face, eyes shadowed. "Mark left me," she blurted over coffee, "for his secretary. And the kids, they're struggling. But that's not why I'm here." Her hands trembled. "She's hiding something bigger. I can feel it, like when we were kids and she'd lie about stealing cookies." Jamie confessed. Ovarian cancer stage 3. Diagnosed months ago. Chemo was draining their savings. Insurance wouldn't cover experimental treatment in California. "Why me?" Tegan whispered, heart pounding. "You rejected me. Now you need saving." Jamie's tears fell. "Because you're family. The only one left who might understand." The irony burned. "Understand? You never tried to understand me." But as Jamie spoke of fear, the kids without a mom, the loneliness echoing Tegan's own empathy crept in. "We're both broken in different ways. Maybe this is fate's cruel joke. Tegan agreed to think about it, but inside turmoil raged. Risk my stability for her? After everything? Riley noticed the shift that night, holding Tegan as she paced their apartment. You don't owe her anything, Riley said softly. But Tegan's mind raced. Oh? No. But love isn't about debt. It's about choice. Days blurred into research, fundraisers, loans, even dipping into her savings. If I do this, it's for the sister I lost, not the one who hurt me. The decision crystallized during a walk in Central Park, leaves crunching underfoot. I can't let her die without trying. Twins don't abandon. She called Jamie. I'll help. But we really talk. The relief in Jamie's voice was palpable. Plans formed. Tegan would fly to Chicago, help with kids, fundraise for treatment. This could heal us. Or break me again. As the plane touched down, doubts assailed. What if she hasn't changed? What if this is just convenience? Pulling up to Jamie's suburban home, Tegan's breath caught. The house screamed normalcy, swing set, minivan. Inside, Jamie's kids, Lily and Max, 8 and 6, stared wide-eyed. You look just like Mommy, Lily exclaimed. Innocence in this mess. Jamie, weaker than expected, hugged Tegan tentatively. Thank you, she whispered. That first night as kids slept, they talked. Jamie admitted regret. I was scared. Our parents. Society. I thought if I pushed you away, I'd fit in. Tegan's anger flared. Fit in? At my expense? You outed me, Jamie. Ruined my home. Tears flowed. But beneath the rage, I see her pain now mirroring mine. Jamie sobbed. I lost you too. Every birthday, I wondered about you. Reconciliation tentative, but the cancer loomed. Tegan organized a GoFundMe, leveraging her nonprofit contacts. Donations trickled, then poured. Old friends, queer allies moved by the story of estranged twins reuniting. Irony. My community saving the one who shunned it. But Mark's return complicated things. He showed up remorseful, wanting back in. For the kids, he said. Jamie wavered. Don't fall for it. He's the betrayer now. Tensions peaked when Mark discovered Tegan's orientation. Unchanged, unapologetic. You're letting her influence the kids, he snarled. Jamie defended weakly at first, then stronger. She's family. More than you ever were. The standoff ignited old wounds. Tegan confronted Jamie. Choose again. Him or truth. Inside, I'm terrified she'll pick wrong again. As treatment began in California, Tegan relocated temporarily, Riley joining for support. The hospital became their battleground. Chemo sessions where Jamie's vulnerability stripped pretense. I love you, Tegan. Always did. Jamie confessed during a low point. Tegan held her hand. Forgiveness isn't easy, but it's ours to give. The California sun filtered through hospital blinds, casting striped shadows on Jamie's pale face as she gripped the four-stand. Tegan watched, her own reflection in the window mocking her with exhaustion. Why am I here? Pouring my life into saving someone who once discarded mine. Is it love or just the ghost of what we were? The move to San Francisco for the experimental trial had been chaotic. Tegan sublet her Brooklyn apartment, Riley taking leave from work to help. We're in this together, Riley said, squeezing Tegan's hand on the flight. But inside, Tegan wrestled demons. Together? This is my family's mess. What if it drags us down? Jamie's kids stayed with their aunt in Chicago. Video calls filled with when's mommy coming home? That twisted Tegan's gut. At the clinic, doctors outlined risks. The treatment could work miracles or accelerate the end. Jamie signed forms with shaky hands. I'm scared, she admitted to Tegan later. In the sterile room smelling of antiseptic. Not just of dying, of leaving things unsaid. Tegan nodded, throat tight. Unsaid? Like how your rejection left me adrift for years. But she bit back the bitterness, focusing on logistics. Meals, meds, emotional support. Nights in the rented apartment were raw. Jamie, weakened but lucid, opened up about her life post-rejection. Mark was safe. Predictable. But I envied you. Free in New York, living authentically. Tegan scoffed inwardly. Free. I was surviving. Yet, hearing Jamie's regrets chipped at her walls. I followed the script, marriage, kids, And it crumbled anyway. Jamie's voice broke. You were brave. I was a coward. The confession sparked Tegan's own flood. Brave? I was terrified. Lost without my twin. They cried together, hands clasped like in childhood. This pain we share, maybe it's the bridge back. But doubt lingered. Can words erase a decade? Riley noticed Tegan's inner storm. Talk to me, she urged during a rare evening walk along the Embarcadero, waves lapping against piers. Tegan confessed. Helping her feels right, but it hurts, reliving the betrayal. Riley pulled her close. Healing isn't linear. You're strong for trying. Strong? Or foolish? Risking my heart again. Fundraising hit a snag when Mark contested the divorce, freezing assets. He's punishing me, Jamie lamented. Tegan's anger boiled. Him? The cheater? She confronted him via video call. Back off, Mark. This is about Jamie's life. His sneer. You the family outcast? Stay out. The words echoed Jamie's old cruelty, triggering Tegan. Outcast. Still that label. She hung up, pacing. Why fight for someone who let this happen? But Jamie's condition worsened. A bad reaction to chemo. Feverish nights where Tegan sponged her forehead, whispering encouragements. Remember our tree house? We'd pretend to be explorers. Jamie smiled faintly. You always led. I followed. Now I'm leading you through hell. In those moments, love resurfaced, pure and uncomplicated. A breakthrough came during a therapy session the clinic recommended for both. The counselor probed. What does forgiveness mean to you? Jamie spoke first. Admitting I was wrong. I hurt you because I was hurting, afraid of difference. Tegan's turn. It means letting go. But it scares me you could hurt me again. Tears mingled. Vulnerable like this, we're twins again. As Jamie stabilized, they explored San Francisco lightly. Wheelchair strolls in Golden Gate Park. Jamie marveled at the queer pride flags. I get it now. Love is love. Tegan's heart swelled. Too late? Or just in time? But Mark's shadow loomed. He threatened custody if Jamie didn't reconcile. The climax hit when Mark flew in, demanding a meeting. In a cafe overlooking the bay, he pleaded. Come home, Jamie. For the kids. Jamie hesitated, eyes darting to Tegan. Don't choose him. Not again. Inside, Tegan screamed. If you pick safety over truth, you'll lose me forever. Jamie's voice steadied. No, Mark. I'm done pretending. He stormed out, but the victory was bittersweet. She chose me. But at what cost? Recovery crept forward. Jamie's scan showed improvement. The trial worked. Gratitude overflowed. You saved me, Tegan. But Tegan pondered, did I? Or did we save each other? Riley proposed over dinner one night, a simple ring in the candlelight. Through this chaos I see our future. Tegan said yes, tears of joy. Healing breeds hope. Yet shadows persisted. Jamie confessed a deeper betrayal. Years ago, she'd spread rumors about Tegan in their old circle, fearing association. I was ashamed of myself. The revelation stung. More lies? Tegan retreated, questioning everything. Trust shattered again. Is blood worth this pain? Confrontation ensued in the apartment, voices rising. How could you? Tegan yelled. Jamie sobbed. I was lost without you too. Punishing myself by punishing you. The raw honesty pierced. We're both flawed, both hurting. They hugged. Forgiveness tentative but real. As discharge neared, plans formed. Jamie moving to California post-divorce, closer to Tegan. The kids excited about Aunt Tegan. A new chapter. But scars remain. Tegan journaled. Love isn't perfect. It's persistent. Jamie's release from the hospital felt like emerging from a cocoon, fragile yet transformed. But Tegan's mind churned with unspoken fears. What if this fragility cracks under real life? What if I can't forgive the depths of her betrayal? Settling into a shared rental in Oakland, across the bay, brought new rhythms. Jamie, still recovering, leaned on Tegan for daily tasks, cooking, errands. The kids arrived for summer, their laughter filling the space. Lily tugged Tegan's sleeve. Tell us stories about when you and Mommy were little. Tegan obliged, weaving tales of mischief, but inside stories? Half are lies we told ourselves. Riley's presence anchored Tegan, wedding plans a beacon. Venue by the water? Riley suggested, flipping through magazines. Tegan smiled but doubt whispered. Deserve this happiness? With Jamie's shadow? Nights as Jamie slept, Tegan stared at ceilings replaying confessions. She spread those rumors to protect her image. Erased me twice. The pain intensified, a storm building. Conflict erupted over dinner. Jamie mentioned reconnecting with old friends. They ask about you. Tegan's fork clattered. The ones you poisoned against me? Jamie paled. I was wrong. I'm sorry. But apologies felt hollow now. Sorry doesn't mend a decade of isolation. Tegan stormed out, driving aimlessly through foggy streets. Why did I risk everything? For this recurring ache? Riley found her parked by the bay, waves crashing like her thoughts. It's okay to be angry, but don't let it consume you. Tegan broke. She was my twin, supposed to be my ally. Instead, enemy. Riley held her. People change. You've seen it. Have I? Or am I wishing? Jamie's guilt manifested in overcompensation. Cooking Tegan's favorites, arranging family outings. At Alcatraz, amid tourist crowds, Jamie pulled Tegan aside. I see your pain. Caused it. But I'm trying. Tears glistened. Trying. Is that enough? Tegan nodded, but inside, effort versus erasure. Which wins? The kids sensed tension. Max asked, why are you mad at mommy? Tegan knelt. Grown-up stuff. We love each other. Do we? Or is it obligation? Therapy resumed, joint sessions unraveling layers. I envied your courage, Jamie admitted. Pushed you away to hide my own fears of not fitting. Tegan countered. Your fear cost me my family. The counselor noted. Pain shared is pain halved. Halved? Feels multiplied. Mark's custody battle escalated. Lawyers demanding mediation. In a sterile office, he accused Jamie's unstable, cancer divorce. And with her sister. Influencing. The homophobia dripped. Jamie snapped. Tegan is the best influence. Strong loving. Tegan's heart raced. Defending me now? After years. But Mark revealed texts, old ones from Jamie disparaging Tegan. See? She agreed once. The betrayal hit like a tidal wave. Tegan fled the room, hyperventilating in the hallway. She kept those? Proof of her hate? Jamie followed. I deleted them years ago. He must have saved. But trust fractured anew. How many secrets left? That night, alone in her room, Tegan wept. I sacrificed my peace for this. Was it worth it? Riley urged space, but Tegan couldn't abandon. Twins don't quit. Instead, she confronted deeper. Why hold on to hate so long? Jamie broke down. Because loving you meant admitting I was wrong. About everything, our upbringing, myself. Vulnerability raw, they talked till dawn. Her pain mirrors mine. Twisted reflections. Healing flickered in small acts. Jamie attended a pride event with Tegan. Hesitantly at first, then embracing the vibrancy. This is beautiful, she whispered amid rainbows. Tegan's tears. Seeing her here, acceptance? But inner turmoil raged. One event doesn't erase scars. As custody resolved in Jamie's favor, Mark backing down under pressure, the relief was palpable. Family dinners became genuine, laughter echoing. Yet Tegan's engagement to Riley stirred envy in Jamie. You found real love. Tegan replied. You can too. But inside, why couldn't you love me as I am? A crisis hit. Jamie's remission wavered, a scare requiring tests. Waiting room agony amplified emotions. Tegan paced. Lose her now? After all this? Negative results brought hugs, but Tegan's confession. I almost wished you'd stayed away. Safer. Jamie nodded. I understand, but I'm grateful you didn't. Wedding preparations intertwined with Jamie's recovery milestones. Riley included Jamie in planning, bridging gaps. At a fitting, Jamie teared up. You deserve this joy. Tegan hugged her. Maybe we both do. But doubts persisted. Forgiveness or facade? The emotional peak came during a beach walk. Jamie stopped. I betrayed you worst by betraying myself. But you've shown me grace. Tegan's response choked. Grace? It's survival. They sat in sand, waves whispering. In this moment I feel the bond, frayed but enduring. As summer waned, kids returned to school in California, Jamie enrolling them locally. A new normal emerged, fragile yet hopeful. Tegan journaled. Pain deepens love. Or destroys it. Which for us? The wedding invitation mock-up lay on the table. Elegant script announcing Tegan and Riley's union. But Tegan's fingers trembled tracing the names, mind flooded with what-ifs. A celebration of love. While my heart still bleeds from sister's wounds. Can joy coexist with this unresolved grief? Planning intensified. Venue booked overlooking the Golden Gate. Jamie offered to help, designing floral arrangements with surprising flair. Let me contribute, she insisted. Tegan agreed warily. Contribution? After taking so much? Inner voices clashed. She's changed. Believe it. Versus. Change's surface, betrayal roots deep. Riley sensed the undercurrent. Invite your parents? She asked gently. Tegan recoiled. They sided with her hate. No. But Jamie pushed. Maybe now. For closure. The suggestion ignited fury. Closure? On their terms. Argument ensued. You want me to forgive them when you barely have? Jamie retorted. Forgiving you was easy, wait no. Forgiving myself for hurting you. The slip revealed depths. Forgiving me? For being me? Tegan's voice rose. That's the core. You still see my love as something to forgive. Jamie backpedaled. No, I meant the pain I caused. But damage done. Tegan withdrew, spending days at Riley's old apartment. Isolation again. My default defense. The kids' pleas pulled her back. Aunt Tegan, come home. Home. The word stung. At dinner, Max's innocent question. Why do you and Mommy fight like me and Lily? Tegan softened. Because we love hard. Hurt hard. Truth. Love's double edge. Therapy delved darker. Explore the twin dynamic, the counselor urged. Jamie confessed. I felt incomplete without you, but your truth threatened my world. Tegan countered. Your world excluded me. Tears flowed heavier now, emotions rawer. Peeling layers exposes rot and potential bloom. Mark's final jab. A letter disowning the kids if Jamie chose that lifestyle. Jamie burned it. No more toxicity. Tegan admired the fire. She's fighting now. For us? But self-doubt plagued. Am I worth the fight? Or just convenient savior? Wedding rehearsals brought catharsis. Jamie stood as witness, eyes misty. I'm proud of you. Tegan's whisper. Proud? After rejecting this part of me. Jamie hugged. That's why you thrived despite me. The embrace lingered, cracking walls further. Pride from her? Healing balm or salt? A storm hit literally. Rain delaying outdoor plans. Metaphorically, Jamie's health scare returned. Abnormal blood work. Hospital vigils amplified agony. Tegan held vigil. Not now. Not when we're mending. Negative again, but the fear lingered. Life's fragile, Jamie murmured. Tegan nodded. So is trust. Post-scare confessions poured. Jamie revealed therapy of her own. I was jealous of your freedom, your love with Riley. Tegan stunned. Jealous? You had everything. Jamie shook head. Facade. Empty. Vulnerability peaked. I love you more than my fears. Tegan's tears. Then show it. Every day. The wedding day dawned clear, bridge gleaming. Vows exchanged, Riley's eyes locking Tegan's. Through storms, you're my anchor. Guests cheered, Jamie clapping hardest. But inside Tegan anchor? I'm adrift in emotions. Reception toasts, Jamie's turn. To my twin who taught me love's true form. Forgiveness is my gift to you. Words landed heavy, stirring sobs. Gift? Or debt repaid? Honeymoon postponed for Jamie's final treatments. Back home, dynamics shifted. Jamie dating a kind colleague, exploring her own truths. Inspired by you, she said. Tegan pondered. Inspiration from pain? Cycle breaks? Yet, a ultimate betrayal unearthed. Old diary Jamie shared, entries hating Tegan's choice. Reading them, Tegan shattered. You documented your hate? Confrontation explosive. That was then. I've changed. Tegan yelled. Change? Or survival tactic? Jamie begged. Believe me. Please. Nights of turmoil followed. Riley mediated. See her actions now. Tegan journaled furiously. Actions versus words. Heart versus head. Forgive or flee. Resolution came in quiet. Jamie volunteered at Tegan's nonprofit, advocating for queer youth. Paying forward. Seeing her there passionate, Tegan felt shift. Actions speak. She's trying for real. As autumn leaves fell, family solidified. Kids called them the twin team. Tegan reflected. Pain forged this. Deeper love from deeper wounds. The first anniversary card from Jamie arrived unexpectedly. Handwritten words spilling emotion like never before. Tegan held it, fingers tracing the ink, heart constricting with layers of joy and residual ache. A year since the wedding, since her full remission. Yet the scars pulse, reminding me love's cost is eternal vigilance. Life in Oakland had woven a tapestry of normalcy, threads of past pain interlaced with present peace. Jamie's new relationship blossomed. A gentle woman named Elena, met through support groups. She's kind, Jamie shared over coffee. Tegan smiled genuinely. You deserve that. But inwardly deserve? After denying me mine? The thought faded quicker now, replaced by hope. Her happiness mirrors potential for us all. Riley's career soared. A book deal on queer resilience. Dedicated to you and Jamie, she said. Tegan teared up. Us? Survivors. Family gatherings evolved. Thanksgivings with Elena, kids carving pumpkins. Lily confided. I'm glad we have two moms now. Tegan laughed, but heart swelled too. Acceptance and innocence. Yet, echoes of betrayal surfaced unpredictably. A family photo triggered. We look whole but fragments remain. Therapy continued, Jamie admitting. I still battle internalized shame. Tegan shared. And I battle trusting you. Honesty deepened bonds, turning wounds to wisdom. A pivotal moment. Parents reached out, tentative email. Heard about Jamie's recovery. Miss you both. Jamie wanted reconciliation. Tegan resisted. They enabled your hate. Debate raged. People evolve. Tegan snapped. Like you did? Slowly, painfully. Jamie nodded. Exactly. Give them a chance like you gave me. The meeting in neutral Boston ground was electric. Parents aged, regret etched. We were wrong, Dad said. Mom cried. Feared society. Lost sight of love. Tegan's voice broke. You lost me. Jamie squeezed her hand. But we found each other. Forgiveness tentative, visits planned. Not full absolution but steps. Inner peace grew through advocacy. Tegan and Jamie co-founded a twin support group for estranged siblings in the LGBTQ+ community. Sharing their story healed others and themselves. Your rejection saved me, Tegan told Jamie privately. Forced me to find my strength. Jamie wept. And your forgiveness saved me literally. Kids thrived, Max coming out as non-binary. Jamie's support unwavering. Love you as you are. Tegan watched, proud, cycle broken. Her growth, my victory. Riley and Tegan discussed adoption, dreams expanding. Our family blended, beautiful. Jamie beamed. Aunt Judy's await. Emotions crested. From rejection to this abundance? Miracles from misery. But in quiet nights, Tegan reflected deepest. Betrayal's shadow lingers, making light brighter. I risked everything, not just for her but for us. The twin soul reclaimed. The story's close came full circle. A joint birthday, first in decades. Candles flickered as they blew together. To second chances, Jamie toasted. Tegan added. And enduring love. Hugs enveloped, tears mingling. Not perfect, but profoundly human. In the end, salvation wasn't just Jamie's life. It was their shared humanity, forged in fire, emerging resilient. Blood bonds once severed mended stronger. A testament to love's unyielding power.